Top stories making headlines this evening. Medical researchers and unions reject a move by a tax agency to subject private healthcare services to VAT. The BCP gears up for its elective congress this coming long weekend, and hundreds of Malawians seek repatriation as anti-immigrant protests surge in South Africa. Good evening and welcome to our 7 p.m. Live. It's a great pleasure to be with you once again. My name is Kinana Ntsima, and thanks for joining us tonight. Medical researchers and trade unions have rejected a move by tax agency bears to subject private healthcare services to VAT. They have warned that the increase in medical expenses will push patients out of private healthcare and back into already overcrowded and struggling public healthcare system.
While the Botswana Unified Revenue Service bears cites the expansion of the tax base as necessary for fiscal sustainability, families are confronted with the grim reality of having to choose between vital medical treatment and other basic necessities. The Botswana Pharmacy Union has joined the chorus to condemn the move by bears, calling it a tax penalty on citizens seeking care out of necessity, not luxury. According to the union, the move comes as public health care buckles under severe strain, citing critical medicine shortages, a lack of pharmacy professionals, and governance failures flagged in a recent ombudsman's report. With public clinics unable to cope, the BPU said private pharmacies and clinics have become the nation's primary healthcare safety net. The union has warned that the move will have three destructive effects: rising costs, pushing patients to skip or abandon treatment, fueling drug resistance, higher medical amid premium, forcing members to drop cover and overwhelm public facilities, and a disproportionate burden on low and middle-income Botswana who already rely on private care. BPU has called on the government to immediately reinstate VAT exemptions on private health care, broaden zero rating to cover more medical essentials, consult stakeholders before future tax changes, and seek alternative revenue sources instead of taxing health care.
The acting Minister of Finance, Winter Muluti, says while government has managed to implement the 4,000 pula minimum wage in the public service, it will be difficult to do so in the private sector, as that could lead to job losses. Muluti was answering a question in Parliament from Rubira Member of Parliament Taulo Lucas, who wanted to know if the current state of the economy can support 4,000 pula minimum wage across the board.
Salary itself ke 4,000. Government o khonne gore jaanong mmereki yo duelwa madi a ko tase yo ile gore mona go nya gampieno o duelwa madi a kana ka 2,800 and something. A khone gore a mo tsenyetse allowance e bidiwa go to housing and upkeep allowance ya 1.4 gone gore madi a teng a khone gore a go coverisa 4,000 yo re eletsang gore motswana mongwe le mongwe yo bereka mo government o ka khona gore a mo amogele. Mme mona go nya gampieno ke go ruri haletsa gore motswana yo duelwa madi a ko tase mo government o duelwa madi a kana ka 4,040 pula. Mme seemo se ga re ise re kgone gore re se tsenye ko private sector ka lobaka la gore ga re ka se isa ko private sector mo nakong ya gampieno e se ready kana gore a gone gore dikgwebo dingwe di tla tswalwa ka lobaka la gore gongwe ga di kgone go dira one madi one a. So ka tsela e ntseng jalo go leka go save tsone ditiro le go bona gore yone private sector especially ba e le gore ga ba dire madi a kalokalo gore ba kgone gore ba tshele gore re tsene mo go bone ka bonya go ithalla re hitela ile gore ba mo seemong se ileng gore ba ka kgona dituelo tsone tsotlhe.
Meanwhile, the main opposition Botswana Congress Party will this long weekend hold its elective congress in Mokgoditsane, where delegates are expected to elect the party's new central committee. BCP President Dumelan Saleshandu, who is unopposed, says preparations for the Congress are progressing well. Delegates are expected to start arriving on Saturday, with the official opening scheduled for Sunday. Elections for the party leadership will take place on Monday.
This year, the focus is now on electing the central committee for the party, the overarching structure for the party. It's held in Mokgoditsane because the party, at one of its leadership forums that was convened after the general elections, resolved that there is a need to grow the party footprint in the southern part of Botswana. It's common knowledge that of the 15 seats that we have in the National Assembly, only 2 fall within the area we call the southern part of Botswana. And we normally use the Bete veterinary line as the demarcation point. So south of the seats of parliament being Kgamalete, and I hope it's not because of movements within the House, and Gauteng West. Those are the 2 constituencies that are under the control of Botswana Congress Party.
BCP Secretary General Horetetse Kgonegile says the CS Congress is aimed at renewing the party's drive to win state power in the 2029 general elections. He says they are expecting opposition political parties from across Southern Africa to attend the gathering.
Ngwaga le ngwaga Botswana Congress Party e na le phuthego ya yone ya e bitsang annual conference, and ya ngwaga o ke ya dithopo e tabe tshwerwe under the theme renewing our commitment, preparing the BCP for 2029 and beyond. We are the main opposition, we are the alternative government, and we intend to take over state power at 2029. We are renewing our commitment, refreshing the motivation for 2029. The conference will be held this coming long weekend, like it has been emphasized. We are expecting international opposition parties around SADC to attend this conference. As BCP, we have been mandated by opposition parties within SADC to lead a united bloc, a progressive fronts within SADC. Really bile hore but within SADC the levels of livelihoods are dropping due to bad governance, due to the failure by current and past governments to realize opportunities for our people.
Meanwhile, Chairperson of the Electoral Management Committee, Ms. Happy Macheng, says all preparations have been finalized to ensure a smooth and credible electoral process. She says the committee is working closely with independent observers to guarantee that the elections are conducted in a transparent and orderly manner.
The preparation of the voters' roll is well underway, and we are 90, if not 95% complete. This process has been one that has considered all administrative challenges, but also ensuring that we can push towards finalization. And as of today, we share that the process of disseminating and collection of the voters' roll will be able to begin, such that verification of our constituencies can also be in line with that.
It is still to come in this bulletin. Hundreds of Malawians seek repatriation as anti-immigrant protests surge in South Africa. Stay with us on more news.
Okay, so here's the idea. We invite Botswana's brilliant creatives into a room and we strip everything back. No distractions, no spectacle, just conversation. The kind that reveals the work behind the work. The failures, the decisions, the discipline. Because talent is easy to admire, but process, That's where the story lives. This is Made, where Botswana's talent tells its story, one creation at a time.
Who is it? Wanda? Nessa? Hey! How's somebody just gonna come up in my house? What's wrong with people today? It's disgusting, despicable. You're supposed to rob somebody when they're not at home. I gave them all the signals I was here. Lights on, truck in the driveway. I'm talking to myself out loud. What more do I need to do? Did you see that? Almost clubbed around like a baby seal. What's wrong with me, America? I feel violated. I can't go on like this. I don't want you to see me like this. I got an image to maintain. Cut the camera off.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We'll now take a deeper look at stories from around the world tonight. Hundreds of Malawi nationals have gathered outside their country's embassy in Johannesburg as the forced return of migrants continued. South African officials say they have so far deported or repatriated more than 53,000 African immigrants in the space of a month.
Hundreds of Malawi nationals gathered outside their country's embassy in Johannesburg on Tuesday as the forced return of migrants continued. This comes as South African officials said on Sunday that they had deported or repatriated more than 53,000 African immigrants in the space of a month.
My brother, I can't tell you a lie. Here situation is not fine. You see where people you're sleeping, you can't get a... Even here, you get a women, you have kids, and you're going to see you are safe here. And people is getting food from Mahara. Other people don't like about for that, you know. So, us, we need the only help for us government.
In our business news, diamond firm De Beers says it will pause production at South Africa's largest diamond mine for 2 years to reduce costs while trading conditions remain tough. De Beers is majority owned by British mining giant Anglo-American, which is seeking to offload its stake as the natural diamond market faces intense pressure from laboratory-grown gems.
De Beers announced Monday it will pause production at South Africa's largest diamond mine for 2 years to reduce costs while trading conditions remained tough. De Beers is majority owned by British mining giant Anglo-American, which is seeking to offload its stake as the natural diamond market faces intense pressure from laboratory-grown gems. The Venetia mine, which lies near the borders with Botswana and Zimbabwe, has been run by the De Beers Group for more than 30 years. It accounts for more than 40% of the country's annual diamond production and is the largest producer by value. The action at the Venetia mine follows a decision earlier this year to pause an expansion project at a major mine in Canada.
We now take a short commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have a closer look into the world of sports.
Get ready for another delicious stop on Taste Gaborone with Robertson's as we step into the stylish world of Luna Rosa. Great food, vibrant energy, and mouth-watering dishes come together in a celebration of flavor, all elevated with the rich taste of Robertson's spices.
If you've been asking yourself how to find your me in every meal, then you tuned into the right show today.
From the first bite to the last moment, it's a dining experience full of passion and unforgettable vibes. Taste Gaborone with Robertson's. Robertson's spices. Find your me in every meal.
Mino a tlhako ke mino e leng gore o binwa nako tse dintsi a go letse go ditapeng setapa se e leng gore ke nako e leng gore ka nako e ba kwena ba kopane ba ile go ipelela thobo ba ga ka ba tshwana le bo mausiri ra ke binne le bone bo mme ba ba mmurubele bana ke go le bone
se gaetso mme tsatsi la gompieko re go ga maletle re go ga mokwena go ga kwena ga gaetso ba re tlhapa ka go ikgasa go mo lepolle re na le monana o bidiwa Skwena.
YTV is licensed under the Botswana Communications Regulatory Authority, BOCRA. Under the license conditions and code of conduct, we are committed to broadcasting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that does not amount to hate speech or the description of gratuitous violence or explicit sex. If you think YTV is not adhering to this code, please send your complaints to the program's manager at YTV, PO Box 1607 Gaborone, or call 395-7654. You may write to BOCRA at Private Bag 00495 Gaborone, or call 395-7755.
Welcome back, and now in our sports news tonight, local football giants Township Rollers recently held their annual general meeting in Gaborone to discuss and update the public with club issues. Speaking at the committee and supporters meeting, Township Rollers local follower Daniel Monaring reminded Township Rollers supporters that the future of the club is in their hands and only them can rescue the club from sinking.
la letse morala se mongwe mongwe kwa le teng ka gore re tswa ha meeting o no bitse go pele ke chairman le go mitse kgolo a gago ba re le go se team ya rona ka ha ntse ka teng se mo se le serele ga teng bo kwa botle ba bo iragala mathata o tla rena lone di kgwetso tse tsarena le tsone be ba ge se morala se mongwe kwa le teng ka tloko ya re le mo gone team ngwe e mo maruding a rona team e tlhoka rona thata go ngorong ka re ka go re le teng yana ba tla go tswa se ba ka sena ke re tetse morala se mongwe le mo gore a tumele thata le team ya ga gore re tle re bone gore tubitube re le mo gone ya dikolo tse di kana ka tsa rena le tsona re ka dira yang gore kgone go tsa maikarabelo le go tsa bikolo ba rena gore re kgone go reisa apo madi a re leng teng mme nna ya la ka ka nya me e bone gore mo mo se mo kwa leng teng ga ka re kgodile kgwedi ga 100 pula raisa kwa accounting ya Township Rollers ka re hire di account number tsa Township Rollers re rotloeditse go jana di branch re rotloeditse go re nne le moa wa kwelano re tswe mo di kgang tse dintsi tsa go tla go tlana because currently any more progress go Township Rollers ke rona Marolas ke na ba rena tse re gana ro mana re sa buisane sente mme nna ke batla go tsa se ba ka sena ke le se mahera ke le Daniel gore ba ga isu Marolas mo mo kwa leng teng kutlwene tsele tsa le fase a ra tumalaneng ra tumana komite ya rona re ba support ha ba sa gata sente re ba ga kolleng sente mme se segolo ya re tse boikarabelo jwa gore Rollers e mo maruding a rona di-player tsa Rollers di mo maruding a rona gore ba kgone go ja ba kgone go bala sente ba kgone go training ba kgone go dira medical go mo go rona re le Township Rollers ke tsa se ba ka sena gore ka kgole komite ka ntse ba re le buisa ka teng ba re se bana ba le teng ka ne ba tlile re ntse re buisa ka teng mme molaetsa o ka no le mo Gaborone gompieno go kopanetse mo Gaborone West Community Hall o tla tsa ma go di kgaolong tse dingwe wa go bo Francistown wa go bo Maung wa go bo gantsi gore a re kopaneng go tsa team ya rona go etsa go isa pele ke a le kopa go nong go le teng a re kopane mo kgatho a rona o ro emeletse ka dinao ro support mo le mo re support le mme segolo segolo re emeletse le go tsosolosa di branch tsa rona ka go simola go branching o bo kgona go supporta branch ba gago o bo support executive committee ya go o bo support team we need money madi a mo go rona mara se ka le kopa a mo ya le sego fatse a re telle pele re kgone go emela team ya rona ka dinao.
Now taking a look at the ongoing 2026 FIFA World Cup. 2010 World Cup champions Spain yesterday booked themselves a ticket to this year's edition final after eliminating favourites France with a convincing 2-0 win. Spain has now reached their third consecutive final in 3 years from the European League final, Nations League and World Cup. Spain will now face the winners of the second semi-final today between defending champions Argentina and England, with the final slated for the 19th of July. And that's all the news we have for you tonight. Let's now recap the headlines. Medical researchers and unions reject a move by tax agency to subject private health care services to VAT. The BCP gears up for its elective Congress this coming long weekend, and hundreds of Malawians seek repatriation as anti-immigrant protests surge in South Africa. And that's all the news we had for you tonight. Thank you once again for watching YTV. You can follow us on our Facebook page or get in touch with us on our WhatsApp line in 74119-209. And from myself, the king and author of announcement, and the rest of the YTV News team, have a blessed night.